I ain't dad know that boy Aunt had a daughter before this, man. I remember he had a son and he sacrificed the baby. So that's 2 boys we knew about. Now we know about a girl that almost got sacrificed too when he was on that crack. And we know why he stopped smoking crack for real. Like, yeah, crack did make him stop smoking crack. Cause he almost took care of his baby, boy. Got rid of her, boy, for no reason.
He ain't lying.
Hold on, man. We got that boy Big Homie CC gets heated after 607 accuses him and Dugar of capping about everything. Nah, we just seen this, man. 607 just exposed his security guard, Big Homie CC. Now CC back to go ahead and press Shout out 607 for this banger right here, man. Let's get straight to it.
Hold up. It's a good day.
For sure.
Right. Let them know who we got in the building. But you don't need no introduction.
For sure. It's your boy Big Homie.cc. And my boy Big Dugar.cc. We work.
Big Dugar.cc. What is the .cc?
You know,
Copyright?
Double C stand for, them outstanding numbers, the freeziest. Cold click.
The freeziest cold click.
The freeziest.
Come on, man. What that mean?
Just the coldest they ever lived. You already know.
Right. Coming straight from the trenches.
Under the trenches.
Of Chicago.
Right.
Streets unplugged. You know we got.
Now I see why they say that man capping. Look how he gonna start it.
In a while, I swear to God on my.
Right.
Both a little bit.
Is Dugar from the trenches of Chicago too?
Damn.
Same place I'm from. You know that?
Why you look like that?
That's just how you look. That's his normal look.
Right.
Don't take it personal, now. That's just how Dugar look. That's how he is.
Okay, I ain't gonna take it personal, right? But I know somebody taking it personal, right?
Like who?
The courts. They putting your name in a lot of documents. Right. A lot of people thought that you was fake. Even me. I thought like you was a big bozo.
Right.
But now documents are surfacing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, in our community, historically, black people killed at grades. So, I was prepared for that. That's why I provided certain receipts before I did anything. And, internet is revenge of the nerds, so I ain't really expect the nerds to get it.
Nah, Dugar hitting that boy.
But everywhere I go, like real gangsters, real men, real women embrace me. So, mission accomplished.
Well, I don't know if real women, real men embrace you, but I know that the Newsweek did. Right. Your name was in the Newsweek.
What you see on there?
It don't matter what I see.
Right.
Why is it that?
Well, I got a certain history of being involved.
Of pulling out guns.
Yeah.
And being very violent.
Yeah. In order for a man to combat evil, he must be able to enact evil.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll say it again for you. In order for a man to combat evil, he must be able to enact evil.
How does that work?
Well, even Jesus tore up the church before.
Right.
Right.
Okay. So, you were never being violent. What drove you to even be there to be mentioned in this type of case? That's what I want to know. Like, why was you there? Because Guappo Hunter said you never been around Diddy.
Because now you really got me kind of wondering if Big Homie CC has kind of like made up his whole biography.
Made everything up. That's how it started.
We really need receipts on a lot of his prior claims.
Right. Whack 100 has said that a lot of lies out of his mouth. He has said that I never was around like certain artists, and then he would fake a phone call and say certain things, and he would just blatantly invent things. I never once said I was Busta Rhymes' bodyguard. I never once said I was Diddy's bodyguard or any of that. Whack 100 was paid a large amount of money to go online and try.
Boy, you say you ain't say what, boy? Yeah, you did. Well, stop capping, boy. Come on, you just flaws and talking about you the boy security guard. You got a drug. You hitting that drink. That drink hit you right back. Come on, bro. You gonna cap to me like that, gang?
Discredit me, and I got some intel about that.
What kind of intel?
I got some receipts about that.
Where do you get the intel from?
Some of my friends in high position.
Well, I'm just gonna put it out there. I heard you connected with the CIA.
Right.
Right, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Talk
You know,
about it.
these things are factual, but you know, I've been invited down to Langley, Maverick and myself. You know, before I went
Yeah.
public, we never
I got it on the speakers right now. Let me turn it up. See if y'all
much
can.
anti-human trafficking in the news.
So yeah, now I got that bit playing on the speaker, but not too loud. You feel me? Look, if I turn it up, you can hear that bit.
You know, once we went public, certain powers realized that, wait a second,
Yeah. Oh, it's good quality
if
though?
these guys is coming out risking it all, we're going to have to pick up the pace on things.
Not that far. Appreciate that, gang.
It offer you job to kind of silence you. That's what you're saying.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
It takes a lot to say that.
Yeah,
I
at the
got
end of the
good
day,
ass
bro,
speakers.
I'm just at a point
Studio
where I
speakers.
don't
You know how
care.
rap
You
it.
know, it is what it is. Whatever the risk that is involved, you know, I'm fine with that. You know, I never had no peaceful time in my life. I ain't never had no meaningful relationships.
That's
with
So
W.
it's safe to say the CIA your biggest
That's a
op.
W.
I got a lot of ops.
The CIA is probably one of them.
Of course.
How do a person like you get on the CIA hit list? You saved thousands of women. Is that a good thing? That's not a good thing?
I'm not gonna say I'm on a CIA hit list, but you know,
Oh,
myself,
yeah,
my
the stream.
partner Maverick, you know, we've been offering money from presidential campaigns and stuff like that.
Presidential campaign. Stop playing on me. Name one. You gotta don't say it if you ain't gonna name
Yeah,
one.
name that shit.
Kamala Harris offered us money to
Wow.
post certain
Oh, you got motion, boy. That boy working with Kamala and them.
things on their behalf.
That's the president. Like she was running for president.
Now she was the
Yeah, but,
president.
you know, I'm not for sale, and like a lot of this stuff on the internet,
She ran last term.
a lot of guys, you know, I firmly believe a lot of guys give a on camera. Pause. You see, the Island Boys got paid a large amount of money to him and his brother to take each other's case on OnlyFans. You saw that?
But what the fuck they just put on my screen, bro? I can't be doing, hey, bro. Next time, just talk about them. You don't gotta throw pictures up, gang. If it's some pictures like that, gang, come on. Come on, gang. I ain't trying to see that ass.
Right.
Shout out the gay community.
That's a lot. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of guys are for sale. I'm not. It is what it is. God sent me to do a job. I'm gonna do it.
Right. All right. Well, moving right along. You a bodyguard, right? It's a lot going on with Yellow Beezy.
Are they giving out
Yeah,
bread and okay, like home?
He just got released on bond for the murder for hire of Mo.
She was deaf the president.
Right.
She ran Biden the whole term.
How do you feel about that?
That was her
Do you
term.
feel like he should have done that? Because I heard that Mo P shot him first. Mo 3. I don't know his name. Mo 3 shot him first.
Well, Mo 3 was very adamant in his music that, you know, all he did was dirt by himself, by his own. And once you go into that pathway where you feel like it's gangster to hire people to do things on your behalf, you open up the door for betrayal, and you open up the door to get a law enforcement on your heels because, you know, whenever there's money involved, things get sloppy. You see what happened with Duck.
Right.
That was brazen, middle of the day. You know, guys that's in poverty.
Chicago.
Right, in Chicago, guys that are in poverty, once you dangle that prize in front of their face, they'll do anything to get that money right away. It's the same thing. In the middle of the traffic, on a highway, you jumping out with a machine gun.
Right. So why would they let a killer that killed somebody out on bond to kill again? If, allegedly, if he did it, why would they let him out on bond?
Well, if you were law enforcement and you wanted to try to reel in more people, you let that person out on bail. Let him get back into his network.
Wow.
And then now, it's going to be 24 hour surveillance on him and everybody. Every place he goes, every call he makes, everything.
Right. So you said that's why they dropped the bond and lowered the bond to the price that he can afford because they don't have enough for the case yet.
Facts. And then, you know, they also want to make sure they can affect you financially. Because if they know, look, he spent this much on this, his lawyer cost this, his mortgage cost this, his car notes cost this, they're keeping track of you financially. And in his case, it's documented that he went to the bank and withdrew a large sum of money. The same sum of money that the alleged person was cooperating and said he was paid for this.
Yeah,
Right.
about him.
Right.
He's saying he's snitching.
Right.
Do you think that's like the right thing to do? Want somebody that you allegedly killed for?
You know, the street rules are a myth.
What?
Yeah, the street rules are a myth. That's mythical. If you look at the history of this, everybody haven't followed those rules.
Right.
You know, Boosie said, some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't. Everybody not gonna accept it.
Right. Right. Well, I know somebody that's not really accepting it and moving right along. Texas not accepting it.
Right.
Texas not accepting it because they are killing kids and babies, which is the same thing. But Charles the White saying,
Fuck the baby. And fuck Cecilia, fuck
Put it back in the booth. I lost my dogs, I kill if I get a chance, I'ma shoot. Bye, bro, I crash, broad day, you know, man, so I'm telling the truth. Ain't no therapist can relate to me, it's why I put my pain in the booth. No, I'm really coming from poverty, borderline, I ain't have no roof. I will hit a list for real, nigga, get fun by trying to learn how to spoof. Fuck around, find who spoofing, better than spoofer, I got spoof.